Hello, welcome to round two with Vidianto Ajaya's Grixis control. This looks like a pretty obvious keep to me. We've got interaction. That's the mulligan button. Let's not click that one. The only downside of this hand is that we don't have the mana to directly cast Terminate. And if that's a Goblin Guide, we're getting our opponent's casting. Oh, well, I can beat that. So, I get Rift Bolted. If I get Eidolon, I would like to have Terminate next turn. What is the best way to get to Terminate next turn? Which basic would I rather have? I'd rather fetch Blood Crypt second black so that I have black for the Dismember to not cost life. So I'm going to play the Scalding Tarn first. This could come back to bite me if I have to play a Pia and Kiran later, but I think playing to the card in my hand being maximized in the burn matchup is pretty important. So in this spot, hmm, yeah, I just like to minimize the amount of pain I necessarily have to take. Yeah, you can just die. How's that sound? Like I got an 8 here. The fact that I have Dispel back is huge. Any 3 damage spell. This is gonna get a Watery Grave tapped. Pretty sure 5 is a perfectly safe life total. The debate is if I want to trade a card, which I'm not like 100% opposed. Hmm. I like trading a card. Cool. That's kind of exactly what I needed and kind of punish. My mana actually didn't line up for what I wanted to do, so I wanted to spend the Dispel there. I like just spending the Mana Leak here because I don't think it gets significantly better over time. So there's a Rift Bolt hanging out, or what just? Oh, I got spiked again. So I guess I do this first, leaving up the red if I need to leave a bolt. Eidolon, Searing Blaze. Which one is going to deal me the most damage? Eidolon will deal me 2. I do have to play a creature, so I have a feeling Searing Blaze will eventually deal me more. I don't really like the idea of going to 2 here. Eidolon. Eidolon, I think. Jace dies and I go to 2. I think I'm in a really rough spot. If I just go to 2, yeah, I think I have to just bank on my opponent not hitting this turn. By hitting, I mean drawing a land. Or I need my opponent to draw a non-land, which is really bad because it's just a burn spell then, but okay, well I can't play a creature anymore. Actually I can. Dismember is by far my worst card. Trying to forget if there's a reason to wait a turn here. I can give a card in my graveyard flashback. So I can... I don't really want to do that. I don't feel like that gets me anywhere. So I think... I just have to let things... just play it where it lies. Just take out a card with command, because my opponent's going to have that card, well, okay. That's about all I could have done there. Yep, would have hit the Snapcaster for another Time Walk. Yeah, I was building to Jace Mill. That was the plan. So, these are okay. Counter Squall's fine. Spellskite's good. I've never really liked this matchup with the Grixis decks, to be 100% honest. This card is clunky. I like Pia and Kieran. I do not want... Oh, get out. Get out. Get out. These 4 cards definitely are live, though. Get out. That card's clunky. Or another command. I like Risefall a little worse than command, I think. Thought Scour is also clunky, but I don't think Anger, Damnation, Shatterstorm, none of these cards are really doing what I want. Fulminator's okay, actually. Yeah, Fulminator's just clunky. Like, there's a world where Fulminator trades for a card, but I'm not 100% sure that matters too much. You have killing your opponent in time with this exact list is kind of rough. See, this is the hand that I always hate against burn. Because I don't think you can keep it, because if they just like Goblin Guide or Whisper you, you die. This hand is much better. This hand is way, way better. How lucky? Free cards for everyone. Am I supposed to just Jace here? I think there's a chance I am. Mana Leak is better against Goblin Guide Eidolon hands, I guess. But I feel like establishing this as soon as possible is pretty huge too. Okay. Second Goblin Guide. I'm going to draw Serum Visions. So... Okay, so the 2 lines to take. So if I lead on Jacing and I draw an untapped land, I can snap Bolt the Eidolon. which I like a decent amount. Or Snap Bolt the Goblin Guide. If I Serum Visions into a fetch, I can flip Jace on board. I think. I think I like this better because I can also Jace into what I scry on top. I like this. These are cards I like to draw. I'll probably take another Goblin Guide hit, which kind of sucks. Actually, I don't really want the other one of those. I just want that one. I think my hand is pretty set up. I like Tar Pit a lot here because I actually need to close, I think. Zero Vision's the discard, probably. Which is kind of weird, but... Maybe I was supposed to fetch the second island before my opponent had the ability to do things. Yeah, I think that's right. I think I was supposed to have a second island in play already. And that's not necessarily the case. If this goes to Jace, I think I counter it. If it goes to me, I think I don't. And I want to draw actions, so I would like to fetch in response to the Goblin Guide trigger. I think I just have to go to 8. I'll counter that one. So let's draw a card, discard this Tarn, get Bolt back, Bolt the Guide, play the Tar Pit, and Serum Visions into no thank you to the second Jace. The question is, do I want this swamp? I think the answer is yes, because I need to start tar pitting. I need to kill really fast from here, I think. That's kind of an issue. If I only go to 4, I think I'm okay. Yeah. I guess that was kind of a given. Please leave. trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do in this spot. If I just tarp it. I think I'm supposed to just tarp it. Yep, jamming. Force my opponent to have drawn 2 instants in the last turns. Okay, that's fine. Am I dead? Great. Yeah, just... Eh, that might have been a little more aggressive than I needed to be. But I like the 3-turn clock. Pretty sure that doesn't do it. So I'd like to flashback Serum Visions here, I'm pretty sure. Maybe should have done that. I want both of those cards. I don't actually want that card. I do want that card, though. I don't think it gets better for me than just going for the kill in 2. Maybe I just do that. Yeah, and then with the counter spell up, I'm good. Oh, that doesn't help me at all. That was a mistake. I should have just gone for the kill. Ugh. So many reasons I should have just gone for the kill. Just get to put my opponent dead on board. Not die to a creature now that I've considered the whole player on a creature thing. No, thank you. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize my opponent took so much damage to do that. I just like straight up stopped paying attention. They should just be dead. Oh well. If I die to an instant in response, I deserve it. I deserve nothing. None of that win was deserved. So... yeah, maybe I do want Risefall. Kolaghan's Command, kind of stinky. Yeah, there's not like a Thought Scour hand I want to keep, so I'd rather have Risefall. In theory, that could trade well with a Burn Heavy hand. Yeah, I just need cheap cards. Just need to make exchanges and kill my opponent. Yeah, keeper. No black mana, whatever. Don't really care about that. Tasker's not great. Ooh, I like this. The amount my opponent's thinking about their hand is good. preview window. I'd like you to be the same size at all times. Yeah, I think last game I was supposed to have been using Jace much more aggressively. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, this has to be right. Or not. Maybe it wasn't right. So next turn I get to Rise Fall with an island up, which is pretty strong. Block. Searing Blaze, that would be a huge beating. Now, Eidolon. Eidolon I can beat here. Bolt, leave up island, play Tapland. Reason to bolt on my turn. Yeah, there is. Boros Charm's kind of a pain to deal with otherwise. Getting the Tapland into play is better. Yeah. Getting the Tapland into play is better than playing the Terminate. It's kind of awkward that this Rise Fall is not going to get used in a reasonable time frame. I'm going to get punished for it not being the right card. Listen, I will keep blocking. Are we targeting me? Change a target of a spell or ability to spell skite. Hooray! I've successfully gained 3 life. That's fine. Don't really want to get Tasker into play this turn. Fall. Red. Black. No! I guess wrong. That's awkward. Though, I guess it's less... I'm just killing that now. I don't want to deal with my opponent like drawing in a Tarkar's command and getting me. That was less awkward than it looked. That's fine. Because it means my opponent's card's a land. Ooh, drawing a counter squall? That is excellent. I don't... All the cards. Just get out. Possible I wasn't even supposed to play the land. Just like leave it if I draw a Jace. My plan here is just to clock my opponent. Not really get fancy at all. black. That leaves me with the most threatening options up. Yeah, get in there. What do I get punished by? That's fine. Just literally going to counter the first spell that my opponent plays. Because it affords more flexibility to future counter spells if I do this. Also because it just gets this card into the graveyard and my opponent's life total out of a multiple of 4 range. If I draw a bolt, my opponent dies. So this is a pretty cool spot. Trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do in it. I think I'm supposed to flip Jace, right? Does that sound good? Like flipping Jace. So I go pay mana, put cards in graveyard, fetch to 5. I get bolted. I die though. Never mind. I'm not supposed to do anything. Go ahead. Yeah, this is the old, I think my opponent's approaching the point where they're locked out of the game. I was actually the wrong way to do this. I was supposed to draw the card first and threaten something. I'll get back a Jace. I'll loot. Discard a crappy card. Yeah, cool. If I go to 4, I can die. Is there any cool way to do this? Yeah. I don't think there's any reason to wait. Hooray! That was surprisingly easier than I thought it would be to win those games. I guess this game my opponent did not have the best start. It's unlike Grixis Twin, you can actually trade for their stuff. There's not a lot of clunk in this deck. That is one of the things about bringing the curve down. So Jund doesn't have the same issues because it just kills so fast with Goyf. That's one of the reasons Jund is so good against Burn, is actually just like your opponent dies super fast. Um, and cutting down on Tassigers and Gurmag Anglers from like the usual 4-ish in some of the other lists. Usual, I mean older 4-ish, but definitely makes the matchup worse, but it's not as bad as I thought, even though this card's not the greatest in the world.